Welcome back, Guardians, to a short little simple video today. The best armor in the game, in my opinion, out of the new Age of Triumph raid ornamented gear, and that is the Wrath of the Machine ornamented gear. On my Hunter, obviously, Hunter is my main right now, and I'm going to show you a few different shaders, show you what they look like close up, and how awesome they are. Now, why easy now did you spend all your ornamented on gear you already had? Because everyone else was doing Crota and Vault of Glass and such things, and I have full Wrath of the Machine gear. I had 7 ornaments, so I thought, why not? Why not? Because the Wrath of the Machine gear actually looks pretty damn awesome in terms of its like fiery, flaky, disintegrated kind of animated look. I don't know how to describe it. That's the best that I can come up with. Also rocking, you know, the weapons, all the weapons from Wrath of the Machine. I don't have a ghost and a thing, sadly. But let's look at the actual items close up. Spliced Nanomania Mask. Oh, look at it. You get the normal, usual helmet, but like the chin mouth area has this like ball of disintegrated, animated bits that are floating around nearby. And it just looks super cool, in my opinion. Super, super awesome. Next up, we have the gauntlets, and more specifically the shoulder pads, which look awesome. These really make the armor set what it is, in my opinion. The big shoulder padded pads that are all with the animation and fiery type of look, and then the actual kind of like pattern that goes down the arm, like it just flows down the arm at a very slow pace. I think it looks really, really cool, and with certain specific shaders, it's just ridiculously badass, and this shader is one of those. Let's move on to the chest piece, the Spliced Nanomania Vest. And, you know, you get sort of like around the six-pack area, the stomach area, around the six-pack muscles, just like a massive, all the way up to the nipples, of course. You just get this like fiery type of look that spreads all the way up the body, and then you have the mainstay part of the chest piece still solid and whole, and it just looks super, super classy, in my opinion. Let's move on to the legs, which are probably my favorite part in all. You don't get as much animation in terms of like the disintegrated bits floating around, but this really makes and sets off the rest of the armor nicely, because I feel if you had all of that animation on the legs as well, it would be overkill. So this is very simple, very sleek design, and of course, you know, you just get like the shiny kind of fiery look still, but without all the animation bits floating around the legs. I just think it looks super awesome, super cool. Now let's move on to the worst part, the Spliced Nanomania Cloak. I cannot believe this is a thing. The cloak doesn't change whatsoever. I'm now really speaking into my mic in a whisper tone because it makes me angry. But let's have a look right over here. Originally, if you take the ornament off, you get a white tube. If you have the original ornaments, it turns it to red tube. Nothing changes on the back. Absolutely nothing changes on the back. If you change it with the new ornaments, yeah, okay, nothing changes on the back either. Really disappointed in this, but I do like the design of the cloak regardless of any kind of animation or ornaments. They took it one step further, I guess, by making the tube change with your shader and have a very, very, very subtle animation in it that nobody would see or notice. I like to wear this with my Vault of Glass cloak, but for the purposes of this video, we are going to keep it at full raid gear. Let's have a look at the different shaders that I have. Now, these shaders more so match up with the Vault of Glass cloak, so I might pull it on and show you guys. But there's a couple of shaders like the Super Black, which just looks super awesome. You still get that red fiery look coming off the character. I also love Sunsetting. I think we just had Pre-Dawn. Sunsetting just makes you orange and black. Pretty awesome. One of the old Eris Morn shaders. Candlelight, while it's... I mean, how can you not love Candlelight, really? Like, how can you not love it? It's pretty awesome. Pretty damn awesome. Prayer of Nepal is actually a shader that DPJ pointed out to me, which I didn't really think to have. But the design, colors of it looks super cool. Absolutely super cool. And the last one that he chose for me as well was Double Banshee. And having it as a blue A full blue shader is something I never thought to do before. I'm a massive fan of red and black, but having blue with this design, this ornamented animated design, actually looks pretty damn cool. Arctic Proxy looks okay too, but you need to have the Vault of Glass cloak, sorry, and Aru's Passage. So I'm gonna just pop on the oh, actually that looks awesome. I didn't even try it with the actually I think that's my new favorite shader for this armor setup. I didn't realize that the actual outline changes shader from red to yellow. Maybe that's not the same with every shader, but this shader looks awesome. Even the design on the top of the cloak kind of matches the rest of the design in the animations. But just so I can show you what I wear outside of that cloak, we have the Shattered Vault cloak. And this is it ornamented with the Vault of Glass ornaments. So let's have a quick look through the shaders with this on. I like the blue ones, obviously. It just suits it nicely. The Vault of Glass glowy bit at the top of the cloak just really goes well with the animated design of the Wrath of the Machine. I'm just going to quickly pass through these so that we don't have to spend too much time on them. We have Prayer of Nepal, another one of my favorites, and the cloak looks awesome in this like nice bright pinkish red. We have Feud and Fading, which is one of my favorite shaders ever. Not particularly amazing for this Hunter armor, but I do love the different unique style in it. So you got white and red on the armors, and then like a massive black cloak. Kind of looks out of place a little bit, but I kind of like it at the same time. Arctic Proxy just fits so nicely with the Vault of Glass cloak, because yeah, just look at it, it's awesome. Pre-Dawn is the shader we originally started with, the burnt up brownish red look with like the goldy yellow highlights. Looks awesome too. Sunsetting we just saw before. Shader makes the cloak like a brownish blackish color on there. We have Super Black, which always looks awesome with anything. Obviously the cloak looks like that, and then we have again that. So yeah, that's everything. That is everything. But for the sake of this, we'll just go straight back to the cloak that we all want, the spliced Nanomania with the full Wrath of the Machine gear. And I also want Aru's Passage. I mean, look at how badass I look. Look at how badass it makes me look. This armor, in my opinion, is the best. It's the best of all of the raids. After looking at the ones that we have been getting for Vault of Glass and Crota's End, not a massive fan of the images for Taken King armors. And I mean, just look at how awesome it looks. It's just so damn sexual. So this is just a small, short little video discussing full Wrath of the Machine ornamented gear. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button because that helps my channel out immensely. Subscribe if you're new around here for daily Destiny Age of Triumph content, and in the future, Destiny 2 news, tips, tricks, and videos. Leave me a comment telling me what your favorite raid gear is. If it's not the Wrath of the Machine stuff, let me know. And thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.